codified or completed into the 5th century BCE, right? We're talking about Christ and what they spoke 1st century. We're talking about the language that they spoke coming out of the Assyrian captivity. We're talking about the language that they spoke coming out of that.
Which was
Galilean Aramaic is only a dialect, right?
Right.
It's only a dialect. It's still a language.
Exactly.
But it's only a dialect of people living in that specific region of land, right? So oftentimes when people are falling off when they start talking about the Masoretic, they're talking about this latter Germanic dialect of this Yiddish, right? They confuse the two, right? They confuse the two, right? So we know
Yiddish,
exactly. But you're talking about that came which from the Ashkenazi Khazars.
Right. So do you guys see what's going on here? When we spoke about the Old Testament and the names, there was no argument. It was quick. Yes, everybody agreed. But as soon as I mentioned the New Testament and their names, here we go. A long-winded conversation.
Wait a minute. Let me address that. The reason why was because we were trying to give detailed explanation so you could understand. But let me simplify it for you. So you got Paul in the New Testament. Paul's name in his Hebrew name is Shaul, just like the Old Testament. You have
Shaul, Ishkov.
Okay.
Ishkov. These names are not Hebrew.
Okay,
what?
You have let me just get on.
Yeah, I did say that. Yes, that it's not Hebrew.
Okay.
Ishkov. Which part?
Hold on 1 second, brother. Hold on.
Do you hear them Ishkov and Shaul and Yemiyahu?
Just hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, because that's a whole other argument right there. You would have to argue against the whole panel at that point. Right. So now 1 second. Then you got James, for example. James is not his name. When you just type on his name and look it up, his name is Yaakov. Well, some people say Yaakov, but we say Yakub, whatever. Right? Then you have Peter. Peter's name is not Peter. His name is Kepha, right? You have who else? You got John. Everybody know John is Yehukanan or Yakanan, whatever.
James.
You got
So what about Jesus? What about Jesus? What about Jesus?
Yes.
Right. Matthew is Mattheyahu,
tell me
correct?
Jesus. Tell me Jesus.
Brother.
Tell me
That's
Jesus.
the easiest one. Yeshua.
That's the easiest one.
Yeshua, but that's Joshua. No, but that's Joshua. That's Joshua in English.
Okay, now wait a minute. Now hold on 1 second. Language is my thing. I deal with the Hebrew and the Greek. You do know that Joshua and Jesus is the same name, correct?
I just said that.
All right, then. So why you ask me his name? You knew what it was.
Well, in the seafood is Yahushua, not Joshua. In the seafood,
I know a lot of brothers say that, but ain't no Yahushua. We got to stop. You only got to stop.
Yo,
forgive me for saying that. Forgive me for saying that.
Who said that? But thank you very much.
Right.
But forgive me for saying that. But I see no credible usage for the name Yahushua. But if you're talking about the same Yeshua that I'm talking about, I'm fine.
This is what I say, right? Elder. Whether you say Yeshua, Yahushua, Yeshua, Yahushua, I know you.
But listen up. You know that John. You know that John in English is the toilet. Peter in English means to diminish and cease. But these are still names, the equivalent of another name.
It doesn't matter though. So it doesn't have any relevance, brother. Because it
has a lot of. All right.
So about Yeshua, it was not the names they were called when they lived.
Hold on.
Matters.
So what is?
He has a document he wants to get out. So
what is Elijah's Hebrew name?
Yeshua.
He said
I thought it was Elijah.
Yo, you guys are fluffing. You guys are fluffing.
Brother, you could do the same thing with the OT names, brother. I said Eliyahu. One brother might say, depending on, like Apostle ain't gonna say that.
Give me Saul. What's Saul's Hebrew name?
Shaul.
Shaul.
That's what I said earlier with Paul.
I call David Dawood.
No. Hold Hold on.
Hey,
Paul and Saul are two different names.
He hates the New Testament. Y'all not gonna get nowhere with it.
You're right, Yara. You're right.
Paul and Saul are two different names.
Yeah, but
am I correct?
No, that shows you haven't read it. In the New Testament, it tells you why he's called Paul. You never read it.
Right.
Hold on.
He was a Roman citizen.
Hold on. Paul, his name is
Shaul, brother. In the New Testament, his name is Shaul. But the brother apostle just told you he had Roman citizenship, so they called him Paul, but his name was Shaul.
And that's what it says. But see, this is why, and this is why Valiant was saying earlier.
Didn't your New Testament say that he had some kind of
y'all arguing against Christian dogma.
Right.
Y'all not even arguing against the New Testament because it never says what you say it says.
Right.
You're only arguing about Christian dogma that you guys are parroting.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's say that, brother. I know what these arguments are. That's why I don't really
see. That's why I call them Christians.
Do you know the first time they deified Christ? You know Christ was deified into the Council of Nicaea.
Israelite breakdown.
525 and 325 AD.
The Christian breakdown.
That's what they discussed in 325 AD. Whether he was divine or not.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff like that.
Right. And saying
15 minutes later, we're still on the same thing.
And
less than 3 minutes. Come on, man. You can't blame me. No, you can't blame me. Okay, so why did we are. Oh, come on, man. You guys are being unfair.
Listen,
you're being unfair because when we spoke about the Old Testament, we spoke about that we agreed.
Because no one combated it, but you're the one combating what we're saying. That's why.
Right, you're the only one that's saying you don't agree.
No. What happened was
Deuteronomy 29.
Wait.
22 and 23.
Wait.
Hold on.
What happened?
What does that say on the board that Judah just posted? What does that say? I know what it says, but what does that say, Yasa?
La Yala Tawab.
What I'm saying, translate it. What is he saying?
Akkad, Yahweh, Akkad. I don't know. Kenzie.
It says, good night, sister.
It says good night.
See, and this is what I'm saying. Like, you gotta study to know both, brother. It ain't that deep. Like, we gotta stop attacking each other over stuff that's not that deep. Just learn it all. That's what I said. I'm just gonna learn it all.
That is actually Paleo Hebrew. Abayaf. What Judah just posted.
Yeah, I'd rather people bring arguments with scriptures they find.
But the point is, I'm just saying,
if you have something in controversy that you see in the New Testament, I'd rather you bring that out than about names. You know, like that.
No, but see, I'm asking, brother. I get what you're saying, but the point is that when I brought out the names in the New Testament, this is what happened. A conversation ensued, and 15 minutes later, we're still here because some of them said, "Oh, let's not deal with the Masoretic. Let's not. This went back that long. This went back this long." No, it should be simple. It should be simple as it was when we discussed the Old Testament.
That you implied that the names in the New Testament were not Hebrew names, and that is incorrect.
I mentioned the English.
But
I mentioned the English versions, and then you guys started mentioning. You guys took me to the Hebrew.
You don't even think that the OT Hebrew names are right. He said that's not Hebrew.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what are we doing?
Yeah,
exactly.
The prophet name is Ezekiel.
Exactly.
Yeah, what they call Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Come again?
That's a good one.
Was the prophet name Ezekiel?
That's a very good one.
Okay.
What was his name?
It's an
Wait, what was his name, Yasa?
Alliteration.
What was his name?
His name was Eze.
See, now nobody else believes that.
Eze. This sounds more Hebrew than Ezekiel.
Now I find it
sounds more Hebrew than Ezekiel.
And this ain't a shot because you don't have to be a Hebrew reader. But I find it strange that a brother who don't even attempt to learn the Hebrew gonna tell us, some of us who speak the language, what sounds more Hebrew. Right. That's hilarious.
Right.
Volume, no disrespect, but the Hebrew you speak is what Apostle will refer to as the Germanic Hebrew, the Yiddish Hebrew. That's what you speak.
I actually speak both of them.
Yeah. I know Council One. I've seen him break it down many times.
Okay, so you speak both of them.
Yeah.
Fine. Congratulations. But that doesn't mean to say that because you speak both of them, you understand it. The people who go to university to understand, to learn the Bible. Hold on. No. Listen to what I'm saying. There's people that go to university to study the Bible, but don't understand the Bible. So it could be the case that, listen, it doesn't mean to say that because he speaks both Hebrew languages means to say that he knows everything about the Bible. No,
that's true. Yeah, no, I wasn't saying that. That wasn't my claim.
Right. So why you're making it sound like what I said was ridiculous?
No, what I said was, let me clarify. Let me be clear. By no means am I saying because someone's, let me see me. By no means am I saying because I could speak the Hebrew, that means I know everything in the Bible. What I was saying was, you said that Eze sounds more Hebrew than what we're saying. So what I said was, it's funny that a person who don't even try to learn the Hebrew would tell other Hebrew speakers what sounds like Hebrew. That's what I said.
No,
that's weird.
I'm using logic. And logic it was in northeastern Africa. Northeastern Africa, they're not going to be speaking. They're not going to be saying Ezekiel. They're not going to be saying Yahoo, Yahoo, and all these type of things.
What was in Northeast Africa?
What was in Northeast Africa?
Yeah, why are you saying they were speaking Northeast African? What do you mean?
No, I'm saying they were in the region of the Northeast Africa, so they were not going.
Ezekiel was in the region of Northeast Africa.
No, sir. Please don't try and twist my words, sir.
No, I'm asking you, why did you bring that up? Why did you bring it up? That's all I'm asking.
I'm talking about Israel and Hebrew. The Hebrews were in that region.
So you know Northeast African languages, Yosef?
Well, I mean, I know that at this point in time they're speaking Arabic. Arabic.
Okay. Do you know what the language they speak? I'm not asking you, do you know the name? I'm saying, are you familiar with it and how it sounds?
Okay.
Listen. Okay. All I know about
brother. Why you never answer nothing? Are you familiar with how it sounds?
Did you hear him, Volume?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you hear him? Yosef, do you follow the Quran?
No.
Do you speak Arabic?
No.
Do you think Arabic is a more fluid language than the Hebrew that we speak?
I don't understand that question.
You said those people spoke Arabic?
I said that's what they speak now.
Okay, so that's what they speak now, right? So you know they're speaking a modern Arabic language, right?
Possibly,
right? So in the time of Ezekiel, what language would Ezekiel have spoken?
Listen, I know the Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew alphabet, right?
You gotta stop, bro. Like,
listen, hold on. I know. Listen. The Israelites spoke the ancient Hebrew, and then they spoke Aramaic. They spoke Paleo Hebrew.
What did it sound like?
It sounds more African, Northeastern African, like? Than it sounds more hint, European.
But what did it sound like? Give me a hint. Give me a word.
All right, Hawa. Hawa is yeah.
Okay. So when brothers say Yahweh, is that correct?
No, because Hawa is Eve. It's not the name of the Most High. That's Eve.
Okay. So Hawa is one of the words that you say sounds like real Hebrew, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What letters are in Hawa?
The H-A, the
and
Y.
The W-A, right?
Right.
H-A-W-A. So you got the ah sound there, right?
Correct.
So if a brother say a word with an ah sound, you said that don't sound like Hebrew.
Because
you realize when the apostle speaks, everything he say, for the most part, sound like that.
So hold on. If I okay, so let's say yeah. Right. See how simple that sounds?
Right.
Right. No,
according to you,
no.
that sounds like Hebrew.
Hold on. What Apostle is doing is giving you the rhythm within the word, within the language.
But you jumping past
that's
the point.
What he's doing.
You passing the
See,
point.
I'm a drummer.
The point was you said that's what Hebrew sound like. So when Apostle does it, you can't then say that don't sound like Hebrew after you just said that's what Hebrew sound like.
No, but I didn't say that it didn't sound like Hebrew. I never said that.
Hey,
all I'm saying is it's the rhythm. It's the rhythm. It's the rhythm of the language is what he was pronouncing right there.
No, that was the alphabet, actually.
Yeah, but that makes up the language, right?
Yes.
Correct. So, gee.
Okay, well, listen. We know you don't agree. We know you don't agree with that one, right? We know you don't agree with that one. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Since you don't agree with that one, the Arbayath, as Apostle calls it, the Hebrew that Yirmiyahu speaks, that's wrong too?
I don't know the Hebrew. I mean, look, listen. Like I said, you have the Aramaic. There you have the Aramaic Hebrew. You have the Paleo Hebrew. I mean, there's so many different kind of Hebrews right now. So you guys could be speaking any kind of Hebrew.
Okay, well, let me ask you this last question: does anybody know the Hebrew? Anybody in the world? Does anybody know it?
I don't believe so.
Nobody in the world knows the Hebrew.
There you go. And there we have
it. I don't believe so. The real Hebrew, I don't believe has been
hit a bomb.
Nah.
I want to know if you believe that. How are you truly studying the scripture?
Because the Most High puts it in you. The Most High. Listen, I don't speak Hebrew, but I know I'm a Hebrew. I'm a Torah only. I don't read Hebrew. But how did I come to the conclusion that I'm a Torah only? How would I do that?
Even if you're a Torah only, that's fine with me. If you say you're Torah only, but you believe no one speaks it, then that means you believe no one knows it, which means you don't believe you've ever heard it correctly. Then how are you parsing and studying the scriptures correctly?
Because we know the Torah. That's what we know. And that's what we follow it.
Is it the Torah?
Crazy? He said the most Christian thing tonight than anybody else said.
Facts.
That brother said because what'd he say? The Spirit put it in me.
The Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
No, spirit of understanding. That's wisdom. Yo, my God, man, you guys are funny. You guys are real funny. Listen, your wisdom. You guys have knowledge, but you lack wisdom.
I'm not saying the Holy Spirit can't reveal things.
You have a lot of knowledge. I give you that, but you lack wisdom.
I'm not saying that at
that
all.
much I do know.
That. Yeah, I'm not saying the Holy Spirit can't
know that.
Yosef, what is wisdom as opposed to knowledge? Break those two things down to me.
So now you're gonna every single thing I say, I have to break it down to you.
Because if you ask me
every single thing I say,
any difficulty explaining myself.
Volume.
The opposite, I just want to know what it means. What's knowledge and what's wisdom?
Knowledge is information. Knowledge, but you know what I'm saying? You got wisdom, though.
No, not you, brother. I heard you saying what you saying and standing on it. I want Yosef, since he wants to be the opposite.
I know. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that.
No. Volume. Don't say it like that. I don't want to be the opposite. I'm just saying what's in the book. That's all.
So you have to saying what's in the book. Doesn't the scriptures tell us to give the sense of what we said?
That's correct.
That's Nehemiah 8:8, right? Give the sense of
what we said.
Okay, so what's knowledge and what's wisdom?
Yes, but you don't have to. Not every single word that I utter, you're gonna jump on it and try and make something out of it.
No, I agree with that, brother. But you made a statement.
Sense behind what.
If you notice, right? If you notice everything I've said, I have never said that you brothers don't know what you're talking about or nothing like that.
No, I didn't say that. I said you have knowledge.
You said you brothers got knowledge, but y'all don't got wisdom. So I'm asking you, okay, then what is the wisdom?
The wisdom is your delivery, the way, your understanding of the knowledge that you have.
Apostle is giving us what's the name? What you call it? A prelude, interlude.
Apostle's talented, man.
Apostle trying to save you.
And shout out to the person in the chat. I've seen it. I don't see it no more, but I think it was a Saint who was breaking down that Taza Kwara Shada alphabet. Shout out to that person, whoever that is.
Hey, Judah, quick your nonsense, Judah. Hey, Judah. Go eat your rice, man, Judah. Eat your rice, boy.
Volume.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Volume. I just answered your question, man. I just answered. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Can you just give me your quick breakdown of John 1:1? How we know the Christian understanding is
Can we get a mute out real quick? We finna go into the scripture real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
John 1:1.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, what about it? My bad.
Like you just brought from Nehemiah, how give the understanding of what's being said. What's your understanding? And I'm not coming. What I'm saying, I don't have no understanding.
Nah, you good, brother. I ain't feeling no type of what I'm saying, nothing from you, brother. You good. Yeah, let me pull it up real quick. I'm 1:1.
Because we know the Christians. Well, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
go ahead, brother.
Well, I was gonna say, because we know the Christians. We talked about doctrine and we talked about dogma, and how the brother said that we are attacking more or less Christianity as opposed to attacking the New Testament and what it says and what you guys believe. So I'm saying, okay, so what is it? What about John 1:1? Am I walking away from reading that and saying, well, to me, that's saying that Jesus is God?
Okay, so what I would say, and again, I want to be clear to say this before I read it. Like I said earlier, I know that all New Testament, I don't even like that term, but I'm using it for this purpose. All New Testament brothers don't agree with the interpretation of this verse, or even the position of the Messiah. So I can only answer for myself. This has no bearing on what Yara might say or what any other brother might say. But I'll answer your question though. So I'm a believer who does believe in the pre-existence of that spirit, because I believe that all spirits existed before we were born into the world. So I can only answer for myself, right? So in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. I'm gonna read it in English, and then I'll do it in the Greek, because in the Greek clarifies it more for me. But in English it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Now that's, for me as a believer, that's problematic. The English rendition is problematic, because like you said, if you just read this verbatim, it would appear that if you believe the Word is Jesus, as it tells us in several places, then that becomes problematic, because it would appear that it's saying that Jesus was the Most High. The problem with that, though, is verse 2 and verse 3, or verse 2, lets us know that it can't be saying that. That's how we know the English rendition is problematic, because verse 2 says this: the same was in the beginning with God. You see that? So verse 2 makes a distinction between the Word and God, which means it cannot be the same. You following me so far?
Yeah, for sure. And I knew I kind of felt like you was going to go there, but that's why I asked earlier, and you already clarified it, that yes, it is possible to be an Israelite Trinitarian.
No, because you could have this verse and not be a Trinitarian, because a Trinitarian denotes the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit as three different persons who make up one God. This doesn't even apply 3; it only gives 2. You see what I'm saying? So this wouldn't be a Trinitarian verse.
Well, I mean, it's a Trinitarian verse only, I'm saying, implying, because in the way that you're saying that Jesus was pre-existing, like you believe that he was pre-existing.
Yeah, but let me finish. I was just giving you what I'm saying, so because I want to be honest about what I believe, but I also want to explain verse 1. I only went to 2 just to say that it can't be saying what it looks like in the English. So here's what I would say to you: the word God in the Hebrew, what does that mean? And this, I'm not putting you on the spot. I know you know. We all agree on this. That's what I'm saying. God in the Hebrew means what? Just as basic sense. Power, right? So a power, a ruler, an authority, a judge. You can find that in any concordance, correct? All right. So if we look at this verse, the way that I see this verse is like this: in the beginning was the Word. I do believe he pre-existed. The Word was with God. That God to me is the Most High God, and the Word was God. Not the Word was the Most High. The Word was a power. That's how I interpret this verse. And this same power was in the beginning with the Most High. To me,
so why didn't it say in the beginning was God?
That exactly.
And and the word was with God.
I heard two of y'all. I was trying to hear both of y'all, and I missed both of y'all. Say that again. My bad.
No, I was just asking because you said in the beginning was the word. Why didn't it say in the beginning was God first, before the word?
In verse 2 or verse 1?
Verse 1, I believe it says in John 1.
I'll read it again. Tell me which one you're saying, Yasa. Verse 1 says, "In the beginning was the word."
That's the one.
Okay. You said
so why doesn't it say, in the beginning was the Most High, and then the word was with the Most High?
Because in the Greek, right, the word God is theos. Now, depending on if it's theon or it's different. I don't want to try to make this a Greek class, but so because it's the language that's being used, it has to be written this way.
So hold on. Before you even say that, when you say the Greek,
yes,
are you coming from a Septuagint point of view?
I'm just saying the Greek text. I'm looking at it right here. NRK, hein halagos, kai halagos, ein proston theon, kai theos, hey halagos. That is the Greek. Now, in the Greek, right, that term God, the first time it's mentioned there is theon, but the second time is theos. And there's a reason why it's different. This is what I'm trying to explain. I'm not trying to make this a Greek class, so I'm trying to be very simple with it. My interpretation, I'm not saying you got to go with mine, because brothers might feel different. My interpretation is, in the beginning, the word was there, that spirit was there, that spirit was with the Most High, and that spirit was power or deity. That's how I understand it, because verse 2 comes together and says that Saints was in the beginning with God. It's not saying it was the Most High, it was with the Most High.
So when you go back to the Old Testament where it says put no gods before the Most High, and then you come to John and John says the word before the Most High, that's blasphemy in a sense.
No, that's not what it's denoting. Like it had authority or ruler over him. That's not what it's denoting at all.
Yeah.
Brother.
No. But at the end of the day, you're painting the picture.
It's what he's saying, brother. It's the Ruach HaKodesh.
You trying to make it sound like this verse is saying the word was dominating God. It's not even close to saying anything like that.
Hold on, volume. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, Yosef. Hold on 1 second. My bad. But brother, earlier you said, or another brother said, and you agreed with him, that nothing in the New Testament supports any deification of Christ.
No, I didn't.
You
say
just now?
No, not me, brother. I didn't say that.
Somebody who was saying that?
I'm not sure, but I know I didn't say it because I know what I believe.
We said that Christ was not due any worship.
Yes, I said that's what I said.
As king, when he.
But I'm saying, why wouldn't you worship a deity? Why wouldn't you worship a deity though?
Because I don't worship angels.
Right.
And they're also Elohim in the Bible.
Right. Other powers.
I don't worship angels
either.
Even Apostle Paul said not to worship angels.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I hear you on that, but I could have sworn that you said earlier.
But the scripture says Joshua bowed before one.
Doesn't support the
deification
of Christ, but okay.
Did Joshua not bow before an angel?
Say that again, Apostle.
Did Joshua not bow before an angel?
Bowing is not worshiping, though. That's why
I'm just saying, did he not bow? Because when Abraham bowed before Melchizedek stopped him.
Yeah, but bowing and worship is two different things.
I'm not saying that. I just asked you, did Joshua bow before the angel, and did the angel tell him not to do it? Because he's not worthy of that.
No,
only
you're right.
God did not the angel tell Joshua not to bow?
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. I understand that. What I'm saying, back to volume real quick, respect, Apostle, because for all the New Testament brothers that's out there listening that respect you, like you said earlier, I mean, if you learn from you enough, or if we could say that, obviously the Lord is dealing with you and giving you wisdom or giving you breakdowns, then why wouldn't we at least take what you're saying on this topic, right?
Probably because of what Yosef said. I don't believe, my head is not, and I know you're not saying this, brother. You made it very clear the spirit you in, and I appreciate that. But I'm saying it this way for anybody listening. The same thing I tell my class. I'm a man. I'm not infallible. You know what I'm saying? Take what I say if you believe that is right and it lines up with the scriptures, and run with it. If you believe I'm saying something that's wrong, disregard it, because I'm just a man.
No, that's facts, and
I
that's much
think
respect. You know
I think every man should have some dandelion, man. Because she says, so why didn't it say the word was with God in
It does
Genesis
in
1?
verse 2. It literally
No,
does.
in Genesis 1, she says.
Oh, in Genesis? Oh,
1.
I must have misread that. But I could deal with that. But let me just finish with this brother because he's
But
trying to get an answer out of
I
me.
was going to
Yeah, I just wanted to say, because based on all that, and much respect, but from your breakdown, from you being as seasoned in the scriptures as you are, and now in research and everything, your takeaway, like you say, like the Christians, they taking away something, they adding on to it, right? They going foul with it. But your takeaway from John 1:1 and the preceding scriptures, your takeaway is that Christ is a pre-existing creature.
Yeah, you want me to show you why real quick?
Yeah.
I'll show you why. Hold on, because I want to say this to you real quick, because I respect what you're saying. I really do. Here's the thing. You ever seen me do a video on John 1:1?
No, I don't think so.
Never. Because what I tried to not to do is bring in confliction amongst believers. So I don't have a video. That's my personal belief. You asked me, so I answered it, but I have not made a video on that subject matter for the very thing that you're saying right now. See, okay, I'm very cautious as to, and again, I ain't did a video in like 4 or 5 years, but I'm very particular about what videos I put out, because I'm trying to only edify and not cause contention with the things I put out there. But since you asked as a brother, I'm going to give you the answer. See what I'm saying? But let me just show you real quick why I said what I said, even if you don't agree. Because when you go to, I'll say Jesus, right? Talking in John chapter 17, this is what he says. He says, I'm sorry. Yeah, here we go. John chapter 17. I'm just going to read the first 4 verses. I'm sorry, first 5, and they're quick. Matter of fact, I won't even do that to you. I'll just go down to verse 3. He says, and this is life eternal, that they may know thee, the only true God. This is what Jesus says to his Father. He says, you the only true God. He says, and that they might know Jesus, whom thou hast sent. You see? Then he says, I have glorified thee on earth. I have finished the work which thou gavest me to do. Here's the point right here, brother. And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying, because according to his own words, he said that he was with the Father before the Father created the world. Now that's interpreted 1,000 different ways by brothers, but that's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
And just to add to that, by what authority in Genesis 1 is creation being done? By what power, by what authority is creation manifesting?
Yahweh Elohim.
How?
Because it tells you in chapter 2.
No, I said how. In chapter 1, how is creation being manifested?
So that's a whole nother debate. I'm gonna jump out of that one. I just wanted to answer the brother.
Through the spoken word.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you. So that's why in Colossians it says all things was made by who? The word.
Through the word, just for clarity, because that's a whole nother battle right there. Through, right.
Through the word.
Right.
For him and by him. Who is the word? It's the spirit that took on flesh.
Con, did I answer your question, brother? Did I answer it? Oh, he might have stepped away. All right.
Oh, my bad. I was on mute. Yeah, no, you did perfectly. Thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
But Apostle, so you're saying that the word is Christ and the word is also God speaking. It's his voice that he spoke and used to create.
See, you're trying to understand it, and I understand. You're trying to understand it in terminologically, in terms of life, and you speaking words. Did he not say in Romans 4, he calls those things to exist? He calls those things that be not to exist. By what?
No, he did.
And did he not say in Corinthians 4, by the same spirit of faith, we believe and therefore we what? We speak. Jesus said, if you believed and had the faith of a mustard seed, that you will speak to a mountain, and the mountain will be what? Now, he's not talking about a literal mountain, but he's talking about situations that you, as a principal being of God, has authority to do, in that the works that Christ did, you would do greater. But you don't believe that.
Well, that's a
so
whole other
therefore, no
point.
works.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you specifically. Understand? I'm just talking. Therefore, no works of man manifest. But if you believe and have faith, you can manifest those things the same as he did.
Okay, can you point to one brother that has done a work greater than Christ?
Bringing other people to Christ. Yeah.
That's greater than what Christ did?
You better believe it. Any individual that you reach today,
Christ himself said that we would do better works than him.
No, I know that supposedly he said that. I'm saying, where's the proof of that?
So, Brother Yesiah, let me ask you a question, Brother Yesiah. Have you ever broke down the scriptures to a brother that you knew prior to you doing that? Dude was just wild in the world, just wilding out. You ever broke the scriptures down and the brother came into the faith?
I have. I mean, honestly,
you know that's a miracle, right?
I mean, yeah, that's the most high.
No. Yeah. If you bring someone to light, that's a miracle. You just raised the dead conscience. You just raised the dead man.
And can I add something to that?
Elder Apostle, let me say this. Let me just say this real quick.
Brother right there, Yosef, right there, that brother, he in Africa. He thousands of miles away from us, tens of thousands of miles away from us, and he's sitting in the same conversation with us. Christ he wasn't able to do that.
This is what was testified, that everyone would have an opportunity to hear about him. Now, back then when he said that, they had no idea what that meant or what the hell he was talking about. But we seeing that manifest today.
Hey, Elder Apostle. You said some deep stuff, because it's some of y'all wouldn't be here if your mama didn't believe in Jesus.
That's right.
Like, real talk. And you really got to understand that it'd been better for some, like at that time, some of y'all mothers felt like it was better just go ahead and abort one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? But they had a belief. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the Most High, and also a lot of people have gotten off drugs in their belief. You know,
man, I was 12 years old when a brother stuck a needle in my arm.
Yeah.
By the time I was 15, I was a full-blown addict. So when I got delivered at 22, and I never went through one withdrawal symptom in my life, I was shooting a quarter spoon worth of dope every day.
What helped you get off of that? What helped you get off that, El?
The Holy Spirit delivered me, man. I became a minister as a Christian. I was a Christian for 44 years. Went from being a minister to an elder to a pastor to an apostle within the church. And then in 2016, saw this brother teaching. I was sick. I got sick in 2015. Almost died. Was in the hospital 3 weeks. I was a pastor then. I heard this brother teaching while I was laid up. And when I got on my feet, I went to my church and I told them where I was, what I was doing. You're welcome to stay. And they all left.
That's crazy, Apostle. So now, I mean, I appreciate that, but now I got to go to the Most High tonight and cry out and thank him, right?
Well, yeah, and I'm telling you, I didn't know this was you. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And my baby boy, who's 24, he came to the most, as long as I was a Christian, he wouldn't listen to me. He didn't want to hear it. He saw me reading the Tanakh, listening to you. He took that Tanakh from me. I had to buy a new one.
Man.
Can I just say that I'm not in thousands and thousands of miles away in Africa. I'm in London. I'm from Ghana, but I'm in
Close
London.
enough.
And peace to Battle Axe. Peace to you, brother. And I also want to
It's
say,
all the same to niggas over here, man.
yes, sir. I want to say, Dandelion, your name, I like that because it's very creative. Yeah, you're very wise. Well, you have some wisdom, and yeah, respect to you, sister.
But still, you still
Hey, y'all want to hear something that's maybe unbelievable to y'all? This is a true story. So when I was younger, right, I had this knot that started growing on my neck. I don't know what it was. I never went to the doctor. This is a true story. And even though today I'll be speaking against Christianity and the doctrine, but this is a true story. I had this lump growing on my neck, and it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I went to my mom, and I was like showing her, and she was like, "Son, don't worry. God gonna heal you." Now I'm, that's my mom, so I don't know no better. I'm just trusting my mother, right? But it kept getting bigger. It grew to a ball. I had a ball on my neck. My mother said, on Sunday, we're going to go up to the pulpit. Pastor going to pray for you, and you're going to be healed. Now, again, I'm young. I trust my mom. So I walk up. We get there on Sunday. I walk up to the pulpit. My mother says to the pastor, my son got this ball in his neck. The pastor looked at me. He said, God going to heal you today. Again, I'm young. All right. He says a prayer over me, puts his hand on my neck, prays. He said, you heal, you believe it? I was like, yes, I believe it. Guess what, y'all? I walked out of that church. I ain't have no lump on my neck. Now, here's what I say. Here's what that showed me. And this is why when I got older, I had to learn how to be more wise. Because even though today I know that what the Christian church is doing is off, I can't say that God ain't heal me. Because he did. So the same way he took me out of that church, because as soon as I was old enough, I left. I was like, this ain't right. When my mother finally was like, you old enough to make your decision, I left the church. But here's my point of telling that story. The same way he took me out of that church, there's other people up in there that he gonna take out too.
True. That's why I haven't given up on the church.
Hey, value, but you know how, even though these churches is false doctrine factories or whatever, like Christ said, he said, like he told that one when we said your faith has made you whole.
Right.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right. I know now why I got healed, because I believed it.
Two reasons there, bro. One reason is why he tell us that we got to come like children. Because children believe in spite of everything else. They believe. And number two, how many remember Marjo Courtney? How many people remember Marjo Courtney?
I don't recognize the name.
White guy. He became a movie star. But at 5 years old, his parents put him up as a fake preacher. He started preaching at 5. Around 15 and 16, him and his friends was in drugs. They would take the church money and buy drugs. They had him up there preaching. He had a real bad experience at about 19 and 20. He stopped on his own all of a sudden. But Hollywood grabbed him up. He became an actor. And then he made a movie about his life. Because he was being put to do something, but people was really meeting God. And lives were being changed even as Christians.
Because it's the sincerity of your heart. And that's why I believe today that, like, for example, in my group, I got a gang of people that left the church because of my YouTube. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't like talking about stuff. But the point is, I know the Most High gonna pull people out of those places. The Bible tells you, if you seek him diligently, he gonna show up.
Well, see, that's a problem for me, because you say that this preacher who practices or preaches a false doctrine is healing people.
No. Did you hear what brother back? Hold on.
No, not Apostle. You didn't have a lump. The guy with the lump, Apostle.
Yeah, you good, brother. So did you hear what Battle Axe I said? I found out later the reason why I got healed had nothing to do with the preacher. It's because I believe God was going to do it.
Okay, so
you know what I'm saying? So my point of making that statement real quick, my bad, real quick. My point I was trying to make was there's people in the churches that really are sincere. They don't know no better. And I just believe that God's going to pull them out of there just like he did to most of us. That's all I was trying to say.
Or meet them where they are, at the level they are.
Do you think that same
Astral, are you
or
Astral, are
method?
you a Hebrew?
Wait,
No, I'm not a Hebrew.
Let me ask a question real quick though. But so brothers, Yesai, you know, doctors and physicians is the same thing. How it works through people.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't me talking, but yeah.
That's even in the book of Sirach.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna say because this same method probably works for all different faiths.
Oh, so what do you believe in astral projection?
I'm still
Astral
searching.
projection.
I'm still searching.
Astral projection. Yeah.
People want me to lock on to a belief.
No, I'm looking at your name. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You new age like a motherfucker.
Y'all asking what is astral projection?
So like, what is it that you believe?
He got that being.
People want me to lock on to a belief. It's
Hey brothers, here's how we
solve it. Locking on to a belief is like pick a basketball team
okay,
you like and rock with them for the season. Like I don't want to pick. I'm gonna watch the game. I'm gonna look at everybody's stats. I don't have to pick one. Like,
why did you hold on? Astral projection. This is what we all want to know. I'm gonna make it real simple. Do you think you could astral project, brother?
Okay. Look,
I'll
tell you this.
I'll
give you some answers. I'll give you some answers and some stuff to go off of, so you know how to attack me. Because that's
that's a genuine question. I don't want to attack you.
I haven't. I'm gonna tell you this. But then they say dreams are astral projections. I've heard that too. So if that's the case, then I guess we do every night.
Now I'm talking about you sitting in your room saying, you know what? Let me go to Texas real quick. You be doing that?
No, I haven't.
Hey, you on a panel?
No, I haven't.
Projections.
Yeah, it's just a name. It's catchy, but I haven't. I can't prove any of that either.
I got you.
Man, see now,
I do believe in.
I had hope that you was going to say yes, astral projection. You let me down, bro. I thought you was going to say.
I gotta stay true to the science, man. I can't prove it. People say it's been done, but those are personal testimonies, and unless there's evidence for those, it's just like a personal testimony about a preacher healing somebody, or an imam, somebody who follows Islam healing somebody. I think all these systems, though, you can actually get results. So it's not like I'm religion bashing. There's a lot of good science and good truth in all of these doctrines. So, but that was I was just curious to see if he thought he healed himself, or if he believed that the pastor with the false doctrine actually was able to call on some divine power and bring that healing to him.
No, I will tell you this though.
I think you saw a lot of more.
The pastor that I had, my bad, y'all. The pastor that I had at that time, brother, being honest, he didn't even know the Bible like that. You know what I'm saying? So he was really just talking about what happened, how that be when he was a child in Georgia and all that type of stuff. He didn't even know the scripture.
But if you believe, do you see the results that you get if you believe?
That's a biblical principle.
Scripture not talking about that.
So I do believe that no matter which doctrine you pick up, if you were to pick up the Quran, you're going to get results. No doctrine has a monopoly on the results that God is supposed to bring.
I haven't seen any other God perform those type of miracles.
I would like to say that I beg to differ just a little bit, because like if you are going about it the way that Christ did it, even though the Pastor Porchop, he might have a crazy doctrine and he might be saying the wildest and doing the wildest, but when it comes down to the concept of getting healed through the name or whatever of Christ, that right there tied to the Bible. I mean, that's tied to the New Testament. That's tied to Christ. That's his signature.
Okay, can I push back?
Elijah stretched himself out on the widow.
Because when you say Christ, I have to ask which one, because Christ is a title.
The one in the Bible.
It's not his last name. It's a title that's been attributed to many people prior to the Christ that you're referencing in the Bible. So, but now that I know which one you're talking about, because you didn't even specify. But that's usually what people do who follow a doctrine. They act like their Christ is the only anointed one in history.
I'm just generally speaking Christ.
Okay.
Actually, the word Jesus is not even 400 years old. It's just a modern creation.
And that goes back to what Yosef was talking about. Yosef, did you say that Hebrew wasn't a real language? Did I hear that?
He said none of us don't speak the real Hebrew. That's what he said.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Yeah.
I did say that, Astral. I did say that. It's a created language.
Oh, wow. That's what I said. I thought that's what I heard.
My bad.
I thought I heard him say it too. So and
that's why I was asking him the questions I was asking him.
You guys stumped him and he couldn't answer your question.
Hey, so
the answer
Julie,
was,
you can't use the translations no more. So they false according to Yosef.
Right. He can't even read the English. Yosef, you can't even read the English, brother. Because you know that was translated from the fake Hebrew, right?
Right.
The answer, well, my question is, if it's supposed to be the holy language, what language was God talking when he spoke these things into existence? You guys were just going back and forth about that for a while. Him being the word.
I believe Jubilees chapter 12 talks about that.
Hit me with that, Apostle.
Jubilees chapter 12 talks about the language that he introduced to Adam that was lost at the Tower of Babel. And he reintroduced it to Abraham. And Abraham did converse with the Most High in the language. Let me read it.
Yeah, please do, because I lost. I stopped at the corner on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Elder, real quick before Apostle get that, while he getting it, I did not know that's what Yosef said. So Yosef, right?
I was listening close.
Yosef literally cannot read the Bible no more.
That's what I was saying. How do you study in the Torah? That's what I kept asking him. And he kept saying, well, the Holy Spirit teaches you. I said, well, I'm not going to argue with you on that, but okay. But now I get it, because that's what I thought.
Suicide is against the commandment.
Now, see, I brought it up, but I came to throw Yosef a life raft today, so that's why I brought it back up.
You threw one with a hole in it.
Well, I have a question real quick for Yosef. What is your original language, brother? I know it's not English. What's your original tongue?
I'm an Ashanti.
I know it, brother, but what's your original? I mean, what's the name of your tongue called?
Tree.
Okay. Is that man-made, or who created that language?
Yeah, obviously it's man-made.
So do y'all have like verbs and nouns and adjectives and commas and this and that? And
we have a whole writing system.
Who created that?
We did.
Well, who's the first person? Who was the person that was like, I'm going to create a language in Ghana?
Man, the mystery is killing me.
We had a language. We had a language which was Hebrew, which was taken away from us. So we wrote another language in its place.
Man, Judah.
Now you're supposed to ask him back, Yosef, who created Hebrew.
Here we go.
He's dead. His head's already rolling.
Yeah, I know everybody don't believe.
Who created Hebrew?
Hey,
anybody?
Here's Yosef.
A rabbit hole.
Man, that was quick, Judah. Two swings.
Ben Yehuda created Hebrew.
Let me read this, y'all. Let me read it.
No.
Hold on, Astral, hold on. You said Ben Yehuda created what?
Hebrew.
He talked about the Yiddish.
Oh, the Yiddish one. Right.
No.